Hi everyone, it is time for the warm up. So let's get things started with one of our favorites. I'm going to do a more money. So for me, that's palms up. I'm going to rotate my thumbs backwards. And right off the bat, I'm trying to engage my back muscles and squeeze my shoulder blades together. I'm going to just flip around here. And I'm really trying to mush those shoulder blades together. This is going to be a really good thing to start with because if we're coming from a seated position, driving or at our computer, it's going to engage those muscles that we often let slack off. Last one. All right, I'm going to move all the way down to my ankles and I'm going to go into a calf raise. That's up on 2 feet, and try to pause at the top and then lower yourself back down controlled, but understand that this is going to be a balance challenge because we're limiting the amount of surface level on the ground. So do your best, or tap a wall or a box to stabilize yourself, or flail your arms like I do. It's very cool. That's the way to go. One more. All right, back up to our upper body. I'm going to do some neck rotations. And we always say this, but please be very gentle with your neck. It's very sensitive, but it definitely benefits from getting reintroduced and stretched to some range of motion. When we sit or we're in one position for a long time, this also gets locked in place. Switch direction. But when you're moving your neck through different positions, just make sure nothing hurts, and only push it till it feels good, but don't push it so it's uncomfortable. This should feel pretty good. All right, last one. Now I'm gonna do some zombie squats. That means my arms are straight out. It's gonna make me engage my core a little bit, and I'm gonna bend at the knees and the waist and sort of sit back as if I'm sitting on a chair, but there's no chair there, so I'm just going in space. This is the one that's really gonna start getting your heart rate up, which is really good. It's really important to move the body from a position of rest to an active position. Like, get your systems ready. So once you start working out, you are prepared, your muscles are ready. And I'm just gonna get one more after this. Last one. Great. Now we're gonna do an open book thoracic rotation. So stagger stance, hands at the top of my head, and I'm just gonna do this nice rotation out with my elbow towards the back. Having your hands kind of positioned up here, it's going to keep your elbow up nice and high, which really helps you engage your shoulder blades in your back. That's a great position to be in. We always try to move this upper part of our back around because that's what always gets the most stiff. Last one on this side, and we're swapping sides. And if we loosen this part of our back up, sometimes our shoulder can move in a much healthier way. It'll help prevent some shoulder pain and even relieve some shoulder pain if we can loosen this all up. So that's why it's really important that we do this in the warm-up. You'll probably do a lot in your workout because we want to take care of your shoulders. One more. All right, back to the lower body. We're going to do our good mornings, one of my favorite. So the hands are up here just to keep your back nice and flat, and I'm going to send my hips back. Mostly this motion is almost all in the hips. So my knees are a little bent so they're not locked out, but I'm really bending down by sending my hips back and keeping my back as flat as I can, and that's going to really stretch the back of my legs out. Call those our hamstrings. And at the top, do a glute squeeze. That is the function of the glute, is to stand up straight. And it's also a very large muscle, so we want to use it. So we're gonna wake up our glutes and we're gonna stretch our hamstrings. This is a great double whammy warm-up. Last one. Ooh, perfect. Now I'm going to keep my arms up here and I'm gonna reach up to the ceiling. We're calling these our wall slides. Well, there are wall slides. It helps to think about raising your elbows up. If you think about just reaching with your hands, Sometimes you can get kind of loose and not really engage those things in your back, those shoulder blades, but we definitely want to keep those moving. I'm gonna do 2 more here. Last one. All right, we're gonna pull the arm across our body, really give this a nice stretch through back here, and go ahead, give your wrist a little circle if you like. I think it's a great double duty on this one. I'm always using the computer, so wherever your hand is on your mouse or your keyboard, that also gets kind of locked into position. We really just like to bring a lot of movement through all of our joints. And switch sides. When you do move a joint in its comfortable range of motion, it encourages more like fluid to get in there, and it moves a little bit smoother. You know, like you start off a little creaky to begin with, and then it starts feeling better. That's where you're trying to get to. Last one. All right, we're going to do some kettlebell swings now. So I'm going to pick up this invisible kettlebell in front of me, and just like our good morning, I'm sending my hips back, and then I'm pulling up this kettlebell. And think about throwing this kettlebell forward as hard as you can. That's going to be the ideal kettlebell movement. And what it's going to do is give you a little bit of speed practice, a little bit of power. And even though we're not all like training to be athletes, speed and power is going to come in handy when we're balancing or moving around, catching our balance, keeping up with our kids, all that stuff. And last one. Great job. Now I'm going to do classic hamstring stretch. So go as wide as you feel comfortable. I'm going to reach down to one side. You might be good at your knee. If you got a little more flexibility, you can reach down to your toe. We do like to do a little mix of moving and not moving, just to mix it up a bit, but this one feels good, so I like to do it. Okay, switch sides, go now on this side, reach down as far as comfortable, and again, that's a nice stretch down the back of the leg, your hamstring. This is a classic. It's classic for a reason. Very effective. All right, now just to finish it up, we're going to do some full body extension. Squat down, come up, go onto your toes if you feel comfortable, reach for the sky. We're just going to get a couple here to send you on your way to your workout. And 3, 2, 1. Great job, everyone. Have a great workout.